everybody, so glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles for tonight's main event. 12 rounds of middleweight action between the Raging Bull, Jake LaMotta, and Carlos Monzon. Jake LaMotta's got his eye on the prize. He has complete focus on his ring walk here. Carlos Monzon's on his way to the ring. You can see it in his eyes. You just know he's got that feeling tonight.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Bronx Bull, Jake LaMotta. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, Carlos Monzon.
All right, guys, remember, obey my commands at all times. All right, let's have a good, clean fight.
When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number 1.
When a high-stamina fighter is fighting another guy who's very well-conditioned, is there any tendency for maybe some doubts to creep into his mind?
Wow! Carlos Monzon's in bad shape. Boy, I know he's not in great shape, but all of a sudden he's doing a very good job of defending himself.
You know, it's a funny thing. He's fighting on instinct, and sometimes that's a good thing. You don't want to get hurt to get there, but you want to get there. Right now, he's doing things without thinking, naturally.
Good job protecting himself. Oh, and he comes back with an uppercut there after getting hit. Accuracy an issue there. Didn't land that straight right hand. Through this round here. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Great movement to get away from those punches. Nice counter by LaMotta. And in round number 1, you already get the sense that they have no intentions of this fight going the distance. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Jake LaMotta with a counter punch. Jake LaMotta's making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Carlos Monzon.
Would you rather have a fighter who's feared or a fighter who's fearless?
I feel like I'm talking to Sonny from the Bronx Tale, but I think that I would rather have a guy that has fear, because he's going to be smart all the time. He's going to be a guy that's going to be aware of things that you need to be aware of. If he's so-called fearless, he's going to walk into all kinds of things that are not going to allow him to be a fighter.
Just like that. You're going to take this one.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Good-looking counter punch. Jake LaMotta with a counter punch.
Guard your head.
Nice counter by LaMotta. Jake LaMotta's doing a beautiful job here early on of counter-punching.
Yeah, it's going to pay off for him later on. You know, we talk about body work paying off for you down the road, like investing, putting money in the bank. Well, counter-punching pays off too, because your opponent becomes a little tentative, and then down the stretch, he's not busy enough.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? Halfway through round number 2. A headshot blocked. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Boy, that's a big gash there on the cheek. And now he's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. LaMotta blocks that punch. There's a bad cut above his eye. Carlos Monzon's just not landing any body punches in this fight.
Well, he looks like a guy who hasn't been taught that. We're getting a little bit of an x-ray, a little bit of a peek into what his trainers show him in the gym, or what they don't show him.
10 clicks of the tuck. We come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see, because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him, not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited. He can pick him off a little bit.
When he misses, you look at counter. You gotta give me the double jab. You're not giving me the double jab. You only give me one jab at a time, okay?
And round number 3 is underway. Gets rid of that effort. Oh, Carlos Monzon stunned and staggered. Good job with another left hand. And just as we anticipated, toe-to-toe right from the start.
No introductions necessary.
Hey, I thought he was going to be knocked out just moments ago, but he has survived this.
Well, he has a granite chin.
Able to dismiss that body shot.
Keep your head moving.
has a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing is taking his opponent's jab away.
Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Jake LaMotta is proving to be elusive. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Jake LaMotta. Blocks away that headshot. Good looking counterpunch. How is he able to do this? How is he able to take these shots?
You know, one time Muhammad Ali talked about taking a chin. He had one of the great chins of all time. And what he basically talked about was that when you start to get hit those shots, you start to go down a hallway. And then you go into a gray room. You go from a light room to a gray room. And at the end of the hallway, you see a dark room. You don't want to go to that dark room. And you have a choice. You put your feet down, you start backing up. I'm not going to that dark room. This guy is not being taken to that dark room.
His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Carlos Monzon's able to avoid that punch. Nice counter by LaMotta. So the round comes to its conclusion, and it's a round in which our man here, as he heads back, was really tagged pretty solid. So if you're the trainer in the corner, what's your approach?
Well, you know, that's a great question. My approach is that I have to remind him that he's on common ground. He's probably going to think he's in a place where he's never been before, but I'm going to remind him, hey, remember you got hurt in the gym? And then give him something to correct the problem. You know, tell him some technical things that he needs to hear.
Let's see some defense and more punching.
Just focus on the fight. You take care of this brother.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
That's a good block by Jake LaMotta. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. It looks like you can see blood coming from the nose of Jake LaMotta. Blocks that punch. Nice counter by LaMotta. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Boy, that's a heck of a job there, landing a three-punch combination. I suppose if you're his opponent, you just keep doing what you're doing. Keep going after it. That cut is there for a reason. Why change anything?
If you're the guy who caused the cut, yeah, the first thing you think, Joe, is you keep going after it, but you don't want to get carried away either. You don't want to go headhunting to the point where maybe he makes an adjustment and you should be going downstairs to the body, but you're seeing that blood, you're seeing that red flag there, and you keep going upstairs when maybe you should be going downstairs visiting that body a little.
That's a good block by Jake LaMotta. Fourth round now with his last 10 seconds. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Listen, you need to move your head more, side to side, okay? I want to see that head move more. All right. Let's work on that cut.
Another round, and if it keeps up with the rest of them, it'll be closely contested and hard to score. Teddy, so many times a fight like this is so hard to score. It's been wildly entertaining, but it's also been dead even.
Yes, it has, and this is where the judges really have to be on their P's and Q's and not get caught up in the action. That sounds funny. You know, the fans could get caught up in the action, but they have to watch. They, being the judges, have to specifically watch punches that are landing clean versus punches that are just being thrown.
Great movement to get away from those punches. Jake LaMotta blocks a punch. And Teddy, you can start to see that eye starting to swell up.
And right now what he has to do is go into a defensive mode so it doesn't get hit anymore, doesn't get swollen anymore.
Throws a counter punch there. Carlos Monzon's favorite punch is the jab, and tonight he's loving it.
Well, the jab is the table setter, Joe, and he set a beautiful table tonight. Napkin on the left, you know, small fork on the left, knife on the right, and the food right in the middle. And he's eating all night.
You taking some English etiquette classes?
You getting hungry?
A headshot blocked. Nice counter by LaMotta. You get the sense that they know no other way how to fight. They are going at it, back and forth, toe-to-toe, punch for punch. Jake LaMotta with a counter punch. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Blocks the headshot. Nice counter by LaMotta. 10 seconds to go in this round. This has been a hotly contested war throughout, and you just have a sense that it's going to end at any moment in these later rounds.
Yeah, these guys are not saving anything. They're going for broke right from the beginning.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. We'll take care of the cut. It's nothing. A small cut, nothing to worry about. We'll take care of the swelling. Just focus on the fight and we'll take care of the swelling.
Back underway here to live fight action. Tough fight to score. Very, very even, closely contested bout throughout.
Teddy, is this becoming a mental thing with him? I mean, he's not firing off the big power punches. I got to wonder why.
You know, that's a good question. Sometimes a guy is making a solid agreement in his mind that maybe if I don't hit him hard, he won't hit me hard back. He's not confident enough now to throw the punches without worrying about what will come back at him.
That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
And there he counters back against his opponent. Able to dismiss that body shot. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. LaMotta with a counter punch. Nice counter by LaMotta. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Targeting the hooks on each man. Monzon's got a cut, and it looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
All right. Let's work on that cut. It's not. It's cut's not.
Well, the ability to adapt, so important. Who can make the changes now as we're halfway through this scheduled 12-rounder? Good job staying away from the danger there. Parries that punch intended for the head. Oh, and there you go. Superb right hand lands home by Carlos Monzon. Jake LaMotta blocks a punch. this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. Blocked by Jake LaMotta. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. He's got to know that the eye's getting worse. The swelling is really more pronounced right now, but I don't see any defensive changes.
And you know what? I don't see any urgency either. You just touched on it. I don't see him where he's starting to get to the place where, you know, he's firing at the kind of rate that you would want to see a guy firing back at when he's in such a perilous position right now. He has to know that this fight is close to being stopped. He's got to start acting like a guy that's at the cliff, and he doesn't want to go over that cliff.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the cut. There's nothing. A small cut, nothing to worry about. We're not going to
As another round gets underway, it gets us thinking, how much more of this will we see? Hard to envision this fight going the distance with how lopsided it's been. Needs to improve that accuracy, missed with the headshot. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Jake LaMotta with a counterpunch. That's a good block by Jake LaMotta. What do you think the right time is to stop a fight under circumstances like this? I mean, the swelling around the eye is getting really bad.
Well, part of it is he getting caught with punches clean that he wouldn't be getting caught with if the eye wasn't in that condition. That's where you start right there. Has his defense been impaired that much to that degree?
Jake LaMotta blocks a punch. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hook, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Jake LaMotta with a counterpunch. Well-placed, well-timed combo up top. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Able to show you his blocking ability. been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this. I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
We're gonna cut it. Nothing. Because nothing. Don't worry about it. Carry it away, you catch it. Got that? It's gonna happen. You're gonna catch it. You're gonna catch it.
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Jake LaMotta's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Nice block. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Way to block there. Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. End of the round here as we're ringside at our fight night venue. Of course, we're on the road with you every step of the way with a fine crew. We got to give credit to the crew there. Robbie and Rick back in the production truck doing a nice job, all cramped up in a tractor trailer.
Yeah, they do a great job. They allow us to go on the air and allow us to do the fun part while they're doing the grunt work. They're doing all the difficult things back there. Of course, Mike, Brian, all those guys. We appreciate you very much, and we're not taking you out to dinner tonight.
Don't stand in front of it.
Back to action now. We're underway in what has been a completely one-sided fight. You get the sense this one may not go the distance. Lands the counter. to give one. Uppercut in return. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop. There it is! LaMotta's in bad shape.
Come on, guys, work it out, no holding.
He is staggered and stumbling. Well, that's the classic wet noodle foundation right there. He's on wobbly legs.
Yeah, and it's not al dente. It's really, really wet noodles.
1 minute to go in this round. Neither man has decided to slow down at all. Oh, boy, what a round. Able to show you his blocking ability. Showing you some defense there with the block. That's a good block by Jake LaMotta.
You're in control. No less. This is your fault. You stand and sit up. Move that body. You need to move that body more. Ain't all right.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Able to counter that attack. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Teddy, he just seems to be lingering through this fight right now. Now, I'm not saying he's fully recovered from what happened earlier in this fight, but clearly he's not in the fight fully.
No, but he's got to get over that. This is the test right now of a pro. Just not a fighter in anything you do. How do you handle adversity? How do you recover from these kind of situations? Right now, that's being tested.
Gets rid of that effort. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. 60 seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, holy cow!
LaMotta's in a bad
busy,
spot
guys.
right
Come on
now.
now.
He's
Keep
been
busy.
stunned. Able to dismiss that body shot. We knew the cut was bad. Now it ends the night. A TKO victory. The cut was just too much to go on with.
By way of TKO, your winner, Carlos Monzon.
Carlos Monzon's your winner by TKO, Teddy.
He did a great job from the beginning to the end. There was never a doubt.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore.